And to talk about this in detail, I'm joined live on the news by a legal practitioner, Okiki Adeniran. Good morning. Glad to have you join me, Mr. Adeniran.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Now, how strong do you perceive the EFCC's case against Emefiele?
Yeah. But for a layman, it will be a very strong case. Bearing in mind that a lot of things have been shown to us. We've seen the evidence with the investigation report of the private investigator. So to a layman, it's strong. However, legally speaking, it is too early for us to judge how strong the case is. And I'm saying this because an accused person is presumed innocent until proven guilty. An accused at this time, probably do what major thing he would do is to probably get a very good defense team to ensure that everything against him is, watered down to the extent that he will not, be pinned down to a particular offense, as it were. So, at this time, we cannot say specifically that, yes, this is what it is and this is what the case will be like. But to a layman, yes, it is strong. Going by everything that has been said, it is strong. But let's wait and see the outcome of the
types of abuse of office outlined in the 26-count charge against Emefiele.
Yes, the major one, and that I'd like to speak to, and one of the things I would like to say is that Godwin Emefiele at the time he was the governor of Central Bank used privileged information to his own enrichment. At least based on what we have seen and based on what the investigator has put out there. So all this information were used to enrich himself and also to enrich others. And in this kind of case, what we will say about this kind of thing is that as a public office holder, as someone who is being looked up to in that kind of position, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to have the good of the country at heart and not be selfish about whatever you're doing.
Well, let's look at the case against Omole. Let's see the allegations, being leveled against him. What is he likely to face when it comes to these allegations of facilitating foreign exchange allocation for money, if they are proven?
Yes, well, just like co-defendant, Governor Emefiele is culpable as well as Governor Emefiele. What the charge against him is also the charge against Governor Emefiele. And if it's proven guilty, what will happen will be that whatever punishment that has been allotted by the law will also be given to Governor Emefiele as well as Omole in this case. So is a defense team for Omole can prove to court that probably some of the things he did were under duress, or probably some of the things he did were just misrepresentation or probably under false pretense. False pretense in the sense that maybe he signed some documents without knowing what it is. So those are the ways he can get out of this. But if not, you can be sure that yes, he will partake of the punishment as stated in the criminal law of Lagos.
Let's talk a bit, Mr. Adeniran, about public perception. If true, these allegations, how can it affect public trust and transparency in Nigeria's foreign exchange market?
Yes, so as it is right now, the trust the foreign investors and in fact Nigerians have in the system is shaking. And you agree with me plainly that as of now, if we are not careful and if we don't try to put things to place and ensure that we buy the trust of the public back by the policies and by the things we're doing, it's so sure that we'll keep losing investors. For example, a lot of investors keep leaving the country, and some of them have even decided not to invest in our economy just because of these issues. And that's what I'm saying, that as it is now, we need to be transparent. The government in power now needs to ensure that citizens and then even the investors are well carried along as they proceed with policies.
Let's talk about, the possibility of plea bargain in all of these dynamics. Is there a possibility for plea bargain being reached in this case? And then how might it affect the proceedings?
Yeah, there's a possibility for plea bargain. Yes, I'll say that. Yes, it is possible. However, it depends on what the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission would like to achieve. If what they would like to achieve is to, show to the world or show to the country that, yes, this person has been, held responsible for this, and it has been proven that, yes, he did this. And just to show the others that, things are not done this way, you probably not, go through plea bargaining. But if the end result is to recoup the money and ensure that the system is made clean, plea bargaining can be accepted. However, you agree with me that in cases like this, it's more of trying to ensure that the next person coming is doing the right thing. So I see a possibility of plea bargaining, and then I see a possibility of EFCC saying that, you know what, we are going all the way, and we prosecute the former CBN governor.
Well, I know you touched on public distrust, lack of transparency, and how the public will now perceive this body. But beyond public distrust, what might be the implication for future governance and also accountability within the Central Bank of Nigeria itself?
Yes, for public trust, as it is, the present and the future CBN governor, and in fact the public office holders, probably need to win the trust of the public again. There's been policies, which have affected the economy, and in fact, as we speak right now, we're still trying to recover on what for the past 6 years has happened. So as we speak now, the present CBN governor has a lot of work to do, in the sense that for policies to be put out there, it needs to, inform and ensure that the public are carried along. It needs to ensure that, yes, there's nothing that is hiding or trying to, do that will, tarnish his own image and also the image of our country. So as we speak right now, what we need to do, or what we need the CBN to do, is to ensure that we put back the trust that people had in their minds, and ensure that going forward, the country is seen as transparent and, a country that upholds justice.
Well, thank you so much for your expertise on the news. Okiki Adeniran, a legal practitioner. Thank you once again.
Thank you for having me.